Hey, what's up everybody? It's Ivan here. Today's video is going to show you how to install a vinyl liner inside of a pool, okay? This is specifically for the Playgo Rectangle Pool, but it should work. You know, this video should be helpful if you have a vinyl pool and you need to change out the liner. So this is my liner right here. It came in this box. The first thing you're going to want to do, because the plastic, you know, it shrinks and expands. You're going to want to take it out of the box, let it sit out in the sun, let it loosen up a little bit. It's going to make your work a lot easier. All right, let's go. All right, so we're going to get into the box. Okay. All right, and today's product review is going to be on the Hydra Pools. This is a vinyl liner manufactured by Hydra Pools. We just unboxed it here, and this is what it looks like in the box. It comes with some information about the liner, about your pool. All right, as you guys can see, we got the vinyl liner spread out here in the sun, and it's just gonna warm up. I'm gonna give it a couple hours out here to warm up, and then it'll just improve the elasticity. It'll be a little bit easier to stretch out inside of the pool. But another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna measure it to make sure it's the right dimensions. All right, well, yeah, it looks like it's 8 by 16 to match the dimensions. So it looks a little square when I first unfolded it, but it measures out, so we should be all good there. I'll cover, they also give you a little envelope here in the package. You've got some plastic shims, which are great. You're gonna need these to help keep the liner in place when you insert it into the seam. Also in here are some safety stickers. Danger, no diving, shallow water, may cause head injury, that kind of good stuff for your safety and protection. And it also comes with some registration information for your warranty. Online you can go. All right, guys, we're back. It's been out in the sun all day, so from here we're going to do the installation. Now what I've done is I've kind of folded it, sandwiched it over, so you can see the seams. All right, guys, so this is what I would recommend doing. I think what I've done is fold it in on either side. You can see the seams right here. Okay, the seam runs all along here, right there on the base. So all the way around, I've got my seams that are going to be on the base. You can tell where the corners are because it comes up. There's a connecting seam right here. So those are my corners. I know I've got my 4 corners. I've got my orientation. I'm going to transfer it into the pool, and then we're going to start with the corners. All right. Okay, now that you're in here, stepping on there, I recommend taking your shoes off. Just having your socks on top of the vinyl. Okay, so once you've got it stretched out and you know that it's gonna work, it's gonna fit, it's in there pretty much how you're gonna have it, then you wanna start in a corner. So we're gonna start this corner right here. Okay, we've got it laid out. Let me go ahead and show you guys how this works. So this is the seam right here. You can see this little ridge on the outside. So this is what we're gonna insert right here, and this ridge is what's gonna keep it in place. Okay, and by insert right here, the pool will have this gap right here. So we're just gonna insert that seam all the way around. Now, if you notice, I have a deck around my pool, so it might make it a little bit trickier. You know, I'm good in most places, but these plastic tabs, you know, they still lift up, but you know, it'll be easier if you don't have a deck already built around. Okay, so you just lift the tarp in here. You get this corner. So you're gonna get it here and just feed it right in here. Okay, see, when you slip this corner in right here, then what you can do is use a hammer and go ahead and bang this down a little bit to pinch it into place. Okay, and then when you're pinched in, you can kind of work these sides in too. go ahead and add a little bit more. Work your, and the seam just slides right in. All right, here's a look from inside the pool here. We got our seam in. We put the corner in here, and then we bang these little aluminum tabs here in the corner down. Just get a nice little pinch, hold it in place, and then continue to work the seam around. It comes with these shims. It's nice to use these just kind of as you're working your way across too, just to have those in, help hold the vinyl in place, especially if you're working by yourself. So I'm just going to go to about here, put a shim into place, just tap that in just to hold it. And then when you've got one corner in, you want to put the opposite corner in. So I'm going to go head diagonal and get the other corner in. All right, now this corner, again, I've got my seam down below right here in the corner. So I'm just gonna take the vinyl, feed it in here. Okay, now I've got it in. Same thing, I'm gonna tack this down. Okay, now it's holding it in place. Again, if you'll notice here, I just kind of use this shim just to hold it in place. This vinyl is kind of heavy, so when you're installing it, you might want to use those shims just as a holder there. And then I was able to, just tap this little metal piece right here down to pinch it in place, and that's what you want to do. All right, I've got the two corners. All right, so the seam went in nice and evenly all along here. Again, you can use shims to kind of pinch it in place along the way. I've got both two corners here. Now I'm gonna do the third corner. This involves a little bit of pulling. It can be a little bit tricky here because you're gonna have to stretch the vinyl to get it into place. So what I like to do is get two hands on it and then just really pull it without ripping it out, keeping the seam like that, stretching it, pulling it. Good. When you're into place, have your hammer handy. Okay. So this is maybe what it'll look like in the corner right here with a nice little pinch holding it in place. The seam completely in all along the sides. And now just one final corner to go. As you can see, it's where we're gonna have our skimmer and return. We'll cut that out last. Okay guys, we're over here at the fourth corner. We've done a good job of lining it all up. So I'm pretty confident here that we'll be able to get that last corner in, but it might be a little bit of a challenge, but just stick with it. All right, guys, it took a lot of little wrestling here, but about got it into place. I just have to bang this corner now. Okay. This last one was a little bit of a struggle, so you really just got to pull and tug it, and then eventually, you'll have enough slop, enough wiggle room to get it into that corner and get it into place, and then pound it down like you did the other corners. Okay, in the corners, it can get a little tight around here and have a tendency to slip out. I'm just using a little shim right here. This is different. This doesn't come with it, but you can buy these on Amazon. It's just a little shim that will go in like as deep as you need it, and then just kind of like breaks off into place once you've got the correct amount of shim. So that can be handy if you want to put some extra shims just to hold this vinyl in place a little bit better. In certain places, keep it a little tighter. All right, guys, a success. We got all 4 corners into place. There's a few wrinkles that you'll see in the pool. Most of those will they'll take care of themselves, but you can stretch it out a little bit, go over to the sides, maybe. All right, we're done, guys. Here's a final look at the vinyl installation. Got it all in. Looking good all the way across. All 4 corners are in. Seams are in all the way around. We're ready to fill it up with water. One last final tip, make sure you fill it up with water about halfway, maybe a little more than halfway before you cut out the vinyl to install your skimmer and your return. Okay. All right, guys, and now you fill it up. As you can see, a lot of those big wrinkles at the bottom are already smoothing themselves out. The sides will do the same thing. The vinyl will stretch out and have a nice snug fit. All right, guys, so now we've got water in the pool. It's stretched out. It's time to cut the holes for the skimmer over here and my return, which is right here. So for the return, you can just poke a hole right in the middle and cut up. Ready? Same thing, cut down, I'll let you know. And then like that. See, I just cut a little X in there. So then I've got this. Then we can go ahead. All right, you holding it in place?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this, you can just thread it right in. You'll be reaching over, but since I have the deck, I have my son on the other side. You holding it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, good. So now we got that. That's all it is. You twist that into place, and then there's another the nozzle that will screw in. All right, so this is your nozzle. Then that screws right in here. There we go. It's good and tight, and we got the nozzle facing down. Okay, so it's shooting down into the pool. Now we can cut out our skimmer. Okay, now we've got that. Now you can take your insert here. Got that in place. It's time to just screw it into place like this, and we'll be in business. Okay, so you use the flathead screws here, go into the cover plate. And I'm gonna go right through this top one. If you use the power drill, you can crack the plastic, so be careful. I'm just starting these. I'll come through and hand tighten them all with the screwdriver when I'm done. Alright, and there you have it. Now we've got our return and we've got our skimmer. We've got our vinyl pool in place. Now the only thing left to do is fill it all the way up. Alright guys, so that's a wrap on the installation of the vinyl for the Rectangle Pool by Playgo Pools. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more like this, follow me on YouTube. I've got a channel, how-tos and product reviews with Ivan Barnes. Thanks so much for watching and happy swimming this summer.